Do you believe in God?
I don't know.
Okay, that's my issue right there. Okay, right.
That's literally the best way to make money ever.
Well, you know, the government have disclosed like documents to say that there are extraterrestrials. They have disclosed that information.
There's probably something, and we're like a scientific project.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll do the same thing.
I had a panic attack about aliens not long ago.
Why?
So I was scrolling on TikTok, but I fear death because I'm scared that the paranormal isn't real.
That would make complete sense.
Yeah.
Why would there be no water in fire hydrants?
Yeah.
When that's their sole purpose?
Yeah.
Why would? I think when all of this does come to fruition, it's going to completely change the whole music industry before we know.
Was right. He told me things that are going to happen, and every single thing that he told me has happened. Hello and welcome to the Confessional Podcast.
I am yours truly, Rick, and obviously we have the amazingly beautiful Kimmi K with her very nice teeth.
I thought he was going to say tits then.
No! Teeth! But now you are drawing people's attention to your chest.
Tits and teeth.
I'm sure they are.
What more could you want?
So, just a quickie before we kind of get stuck in some pretty good...
What's wrong with you?
No, nothing's wrong with me at all.
Just a quickie while we get stuck in.
That's lots of euphemisms, isn't it? Only 25% of you who are watching this on YouTube actually subscribe to the channel. So if you could please fix that issue, that would be amazing. The more people that subscribe, that means that it goes out to more people. The more people it goes out to, the more community we can create. The more community we create gives us a better opportunity to put out better content for you. We can upgrade equipment and get a studio, and we could do this full time, and hopefully
we can get some sexy guests.
Oh yes, that would be fun. We could get some sexy guests. Who would you like to see on a Confessional Podcast? That's a fucking question.
Ryan Reynolds.
Who would you like us to try and reach out to and get onto the Confessional Podcast? Who would you like to come and have these controversial conversations, these conversations about confessions, and us obviously picking their brain about whatever it is that they do? I don't know who you're going to suggest. Suggest some realistic people. Don't ask for Ryan Reynolds, because inevitably...
You never, ever know.
He's probably going to be quite busy.
You don't get if you don't if you don't ask, you don't get.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Fucking hell. Okay, well, you can ask Ryan Reynolds. You go nuts. But give us some very realistic suggestions, and we will try and make that happen. That would be really fun. Currently, obviously, there is a studio space that we're using. We could either have them come in, they could do it remotely. Who would you like to see us with?
Oh, we are going to have a psychic as a guest. I have asked her. She has agreed. So she will be coming on, and she will be blowing your mind.
Is she going to come in?
I'm not sure yet. I think it may be remote because she doesn't live close. So
I don't live close.
No, you don't. I'll ask her.
I'm making an effort.
I'll ask her. Oh, right then. I'll fucking ask her to make an effort.
A psychic?
A psychic. Well, she's a medium psychic, so she speaks to dead people. So I need to convince you that it's real, because you don't believe it, do you?
No, I don't know.
At all.
Have you told her this?
Oh, yeah, I've told her.
That I don't believe it?
Yeah, I've said that you don't believe in any shape or form.
In ghosts and ghouls and people who think they can speak to people.
But I got possessed, Rick.
You didn't?
I did.
And get possessed, correct?
I didn't. I did get possessed.
You said didn't. Yes!
I did. I got possessed.
Okay.
What happened to me then? Did I just make it up?
No, minds can do wonderful and weird things, can't they?
Like get possessed?
No, like think that they get possessed because your minds are so powerful.
So you've never had an experience with a ghost?
No, because they're not real.
Never?
They're not real, so no. It's impossible. If I wanted to vision right now, looking outside, pieces of pizza flying through the air, I can, because my mind is so powerful I can vision that.
I mean physically interacted with a person that is dead.
No, because they're dead and that's it.
I need to take you on a ghost hunt. Can we agree that you will come on a ghost hunt with me?
I'll go on a ghost hunt with you.
Right, that's a deal.
I won't get scared at all, though. I'll be
okay.
Like, that was nonsense. That was a tree knocking. That was a squirrel. Like, yeah.
Some shit you cannot explain.
I'll tear it apart, but I'll do it.
Let's do it.
And I'm excited to have... Who's the psychic?
Oh, shit, what's her name?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, I forgot her name.
That's terrible.
No.
She's already forgot your name. Do you believe in the extraterrestrial world.
Extraterrestrial?
No, not extraterrestrial.
Paranormal.
That's alien. The paranormal world. Do you believe in it? If you do, and you've had
Charlotte, her name is.
instances that would make you believe it, please send them in because I'm very, very curious. So send those into the website, www.theconfessionalpodcast.co.uk. I personally don't believe it.
I am that convinced that when you say, do you believe in it, I think you're talking bullshit because you don't have to believe in it. It's literally real. Like, it's real.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. How?
It just is.
And you think Charlotte could speak to my dead mother?
Yes.
All right, challenge. And I'm going to ask her such questions that nobody will know bar me and my mum.
Okay.
And if she knows the answer, then I will stand
Do you
corrected.
think that doesn't happen?
Yes.
I'm telling you now that happens.
Okay.
I have been to a psychic and he knew shit that I didn't even know, and I had to go back and check, and it was real. The stuff he was talking about was right. He told me things that are going to happen, and every single thing that he told me has happened. And it's not just generic shit like, oh, you're going to go shopping next week. It's literally...
You got to Sainsbury's.
It's so detailed and exact, and nobody could predict it. Yeah, we need to do this shit. Anyway, on to today's podcast. That's for another episode.
I'm excited. I hope you're all excited.
I'm excited.
I am. It's going to be fun. What's on the agenda, please?
On the agenda
is...
I forgot, so just give me a sec.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to talk about the LA fires, aren't we?
Oh, okay.
I thought, this is quite a neat little segue because we're talking about paranormal, but people think that the LA fires may be a conspiracy, so that kind of sort of ties in with it, right? Conspiracy and paranormal.
No, but it's fine. We'll go with it. I don't think it does at all. but talk to me about what you think about the LA fires, and then I'll talk to you about what I think of the LA fires. Okay,
so I don't necessarily believe in the conspiracies. However, I can see where the conspiracies have come from. So the conspiracy is, so there's a few things that led up to the conspiracy. So the insurance companies removed fires from their policies, like refused to pay out for them a few weeks before. All the fire hydrants were empty, so there was no water in them.
Nice.
And then the governor... is it a governor? I don't know who she is. The woman.
It will be a governor, yeah.
Had laid off loads of firefighters, so cut the jobs for the firefighters just before it happened. And then these fires happened, and it's not just one fire, there was 8 fires all over LA. People think that they did it, they set these fires so they could clear the land, so they could make LA into a smart city. I don't actually know what that means, but that's what I've read. So someone got arrested for setting a fire as well. I don't know what happened with that either. I couldn't find any information about that. But yeah, that's basically the conspiracy. So what do you think?
100%.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think it's due to the weather?
No, global warming, no.
So you believe in some conspiracies then?
I believe in conspiracies. I don't believe in ghosts and ghouls and people are going to pop out of the ground and say boo.
Okay.
So, yeah. I believe in conspiracies massively. I think there is a lot more behind the scenes that we are allowed to be made aware of massively. And I would say that would make complete sense.
Yeah.
Why would there be no water in fire hydrants?
Yeah.
When that's their sole purpose?
Yeah.
Why would a month prior to these house fires, which are terrible, by the way, and it's made not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands of people homeless and had their lives ruined.
200,000 people were evicted.
No, apologies, and hundreds of thousands.
And 12,000 houses were burnt down.
Why would they lay off firefighters?
Yeah.
Why would insurance companies take fire out of their insurance? That makes no sense. Too much aligns for it to just be a coincidence. When everything that we've just mentioned relates to fire. Mm-hmm. Sole purpose, fire.
That's what people do though with conspiracy. They try and find bits that fit.
But they all fit.
Yeah, they do. But you could do that with anything.
But
sometimes there is coincidences.
I think the key aspect there is no water in fire hydrants.
Yeah.
That's huge because that's quite literally their only purpose.
I think the thing for me is there was 8 fires all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And 12,000 homes is a phenomenal amount of home and land to just be eradicated. We're in a first world country. They're a first world country. They're so advanced. They can fly people to the moon. They can go to war, and they have advanced fucking missiles. And you're telling me they can't put out fires? I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And I'm not saying fire is an easy thing, and I'm not taking away.
Oh, it's been like 2 weeks and there's still fires going on.
Yeah, there's still fires happening. 100% there is a conspiracy behind it.
There was
100%.
another conspiracy as well where people were saying it was happening in the Hollywood Hills because of the P. Diddy stuff and getting rid of evidence.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Would you believe that as well?
P. Diddy's a fucking paedophile, mate. 100%. What I'm really excited is when's 50 Cent releasing his documentary?
Oh, I don't know.
50 Cent is supposed to be releasing a documentary that's basically going to out something like 80% of the fucking music industry.
Wow.
Obviously, all stemming back to P. Diddy, Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I can't wait for that to happen because
he will probably get unalived before then.
We'll see. I think when all of this does come to fruition, it's going to completely change the whole music industry before we know it.
I don't think it will. I think it will continue to be a shit show that it is.
No, I think it's going to change it in the respect of it's going to tarnish so many people's names.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's so many people that are corrupt, and it's normal. It's normal to them to be that way.
But what's fucked is, so I've never been in that financial position. I have a few friends that are in such financial positions that the people they rub shoulders with, nobody would ever rub shoulders with them unless they were in that position also.
Yeah.
And they've told me stories, and this is just in the UK, of things that happen like after dark, if you will, and it's fucking insane.
It's all about power, isn't it?
So, but rich people get bored.
Yeah,
when you
get
get bored and you've got loads of money and you can influence people, you can basically do what you want.
Yeah.
Quite literally, you can do what you want, and you can get people to sign non-disclosure agreements and get people to sign agreements that they can't say anything, and if they do say something, it won't be able to be held up in court. And
non-disclosure agreement, isn't that a fucking wild thing to have?
It's bonkers that it's actually a thing that stands up in court.
Yeah, it's mad.
Fucking insane. And courts are then not allowed to use it as evidence.
Yeah.
It's inadmissible. Mad.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's fucking stupid.
I get NDAs for leaking like movie scenes and stuff like that, but when it comes to legal matters, like you can literally say to someone, sign this so you, or like affairs and stuff.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's mad.
So obviously there's lots of conspiracies, isn't there, about P. Diddy, where he was, when people were attending his parties, as they were entering, they had to sign an NDA before they entered the house.
That's not a conspiracy, that's true.
Yeah, so why would you make people do that?
Yeah.
Like if you have nothing to hide, why would you do that? Doesn't make sense.
No.
Doesn't make sense. You okay there?
Yeah, I just went back to that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, the producer just fucking stood up and towered over both of us and like, hello.
What the fuck's going on?
What's going on here, brother?
Just making sure you don't say anything wrong about P. Diddy.
Yeah, I know. I was like getting ready to be fucking murdered.
I do think the LA fires, if I had to go with one or the other, I would say the LA fires were not by mistake.
It leans more towards that way, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just a bit of it's a massive coincidence that all of that stuff's happened
and
at the same
had
time.
Plans in 2028 to build this
smart city. Yeah, now they can.
Yes.
Didn't it happen somewhere else as well? Was it?
Yes.
I can't remember where it was. Was it
Hawaii?
Or is it Singapore or something?
No, it wasn't Singapore. It would have been Hawaii. Obviously,
Hawaii was one.
They had atrocious ones.
Yeah, they had really bad fires.
Wiped out.
Yeah,
fucking a lot. But yeah, I saw it, and then basically the land that got wiped out was the land which they'd proposed to build on.
And it's exactly the same in LA.
Yeah, so too much falls in line. I'm a huge sucker for conspiracies, though.
It's mad, isn't it, that people could do that?
Conspiracy of COVID, was it real? Yes or no?
COVID?
Yeah.
I think COVID was real, but I think it got
blown out of proportion
massively, 100%.
Isn't it fucked?
I think there was a reason that it was blown out of proportion as well. It was to I don't even know the reason. Probably to lower pollution and keep people in their homes.
5 years ago, by law, the whole world had to be in their house.
Yeah,
by law.
Insane.
How wild is that thought?
Yeah,
that's fucking such a far-fetched thought.
But we all went along with it as well. That's even more far-fetched.
It would never happen again.
We literally sat down and went, okay.
If somebody told me I had to be in my house and watch the TV at 5 p.m. every day now, I'd be like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
Make me.
Yeah.
Not a chance. We wouldn't do it.
No.
We wouldn't listen again. Like, would you? Would you?
No.
It wouldn't happen.
No.
Like, everybody I asked, they're like, no, I wouldn't. Not in a fucking million years. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
What were they doing when the whole world was locked down? Something was happening. Something was happening. What were they doing?
Yeah, it's odd,
That's
isn't
what I
it?
want to know. What were they doing? What was being done? Who was talking? Who was meeting? Something big would have been happening. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll find out one day. Maybe, I don't know. It's a very bizarre thought, isn't it?
It is.
Interesting.
It is. It's got a bit scary, to be honest.
No, it's ludicrous. Like, yeah, I fucking love conspiracy theories.
I like conspiracy theories. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
No.
No, they're not real either. Do you?
God frick, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in
100%.
aliens or ghosts and ghouls. No.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know.
Okay, that's my issue right there.
Why?
You don't know if you believe in a fictional man in the sky.
I agree with you.
But you don't believe in an afterlife where physical energy can be passed to another plane on the earth.
I think what I want is that there is just this one person looking over us all and helping us and guiding us. But in my head, I'm like, you sound like a fucking idiot. What's wrong with me? But in a perfect world, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? It would be beautiful that there is a God.
Do you know what I believe? I believe in the universe, and I believe that there's power in the universe, and that's what people perceive as God.
Yeah, I think...
And I believe in energy, and I believe you can literally have anything you want if you want it hard enough, like manifestation and...
Yeah, I do believe in that. Do I have a religion? No. Do I believe in God? No, but I don't know also. Do I like the thought of being around a community that everybody's like-minded and they have hope? I love that thought.
Yeah.
I love that thought. I took Alexa to church on Christmas Eve for Christingle and I loved it. I actually loved it. There were parts of what they were saying where I was like, but the feeling while I was there, I thoroughly enjoyed in myself. It made me feel very warm and very wholesome. And Alexa absolutely loved it, which made me really happy. But do I actively believe in a God? No.
So I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic schools. My mum is very religious. I used to have to pray every night when I went to bed and blah, blah, blah. But I think I only believed in God because I was too scared not to believe in God.
Same.
Because I thought if I didn't, I wouldn't go to this magical place where
it was really bizarre.
To.
So I believed in God until I was about 12 or 13. And weirdly, I used to be scared to go to sleep at night. I used to be scared to go to the toilet on my own. I used to be scared to do all sorts of things. And I don't know why. And then out of nowhere, I was like, I don't believe in God. Actually, no, it went away. 100% of it. I think I was maybe 10 or 11, actually, not 12 or 13. Yeah, and I don't think that was just because I grew up at all. Like, because I don't believe in ghosts and ghouls and extraterrestrial stuff, I have nothing to be frightened about.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing. Because in my head, we're here and then we die.
Okay, so I fear death.
I don't.
But I fear death because I'm scared that the paranormal isn't real. So if I had 100% proof that when we die, we go to that extra plane, even though I do believe that, I would still need that 100% proof. I fear death because I don't want there to be nothing. Like, I can't imagine there just being nothing. It actually stresses me out talking about it. It gives me massive anxiety, yeah. I'm a bit sweaty right now.
I don't fear it because it's inevitable. And it's a shit thought that all of us and everyone listening and watching, all of us eventually will die.
Yeah.
Some way, one or another, we will be ended.
Do you know what? The thing that I worry about is not me not existing anymore. It's the kids not having me anymore and them having to go through that stress of losing someone.
Yeah, so when I lost my mum, I had like a weird love-hate relationship with my mum where like I love her to pieces because she's my mum, and weirdly she was probably the person I was closest to my whole entire life. But I also hated her because she was a shit mum and a shit human being in society. So it's a really bizarre relationship that we had. Like, she was a fucking twat. She was a terrible human being. She was a criminal. She wasn't a very nice person, but she was still my mother. And in her eyes, did her best. When she probably didn't, but in her eyes, she did her best. So yeah, it was very difficult for me to comprehend, but then at the same time, it's that stupid saying where time heals everything.
So when someone dies, things change massively. I'm not very good with change. So when someone dies, everyone's routine changes.
Yeah.
Everyone's mood changes. Literally everything changes when one person passes away. And that's the stuff I don't like. I've had so many people that have died in my life. My brother, my uncles, my grandparents, like step-parents. There's just so many deaths in my family. And that one person goes away and everything changes, and I don't want that for my kids.
Yeah.
So I don't want me to go and then their whole entire life has to shift and change. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
It's just a scary thought to me. I hate it.
I'm not stressed about death. I wouldn't want to die before my children are adults.
Yeah.
And I can see, and I get to walk my daughter down the aisle with her partner and be there at my son's weddings, I would absolutely love that. That's what I look forward to growing old and seeing. Truly I do. I can't think of anything more amazing than doing that. So as long as I don't die before then, I'm good. But I don't fear it. And I'm not scared of any, and that's not an arrogant, I'm not scared of anything. Absolute nonsense. I'm scared of a fucking car was driving at me 100 miles an hour. Of course I am. But like, I'm not scared of anything which is out of my control, like ghosts and ghouls and aliens and fucking all this. I don't believe in it.
I had a panic attack about aliens not long ago.
Why?
So I was scrolling on TikTok and as this video came up about this AI, this fucking AI again. This AI,
Big Bob.
Yeah, that predicts future events. And this AI bot had predicted 9/11. It had predicted tsunamis.
But was AI around at 9/11?
This bot was from like the 90s. I don't know.
Is that
the ins and
fact,
outs.
right?
It is. It's fact. Yeah. I'll find it and I'll show you. It's fact. So it's literally predicted all this shit. It's also predicted shit that hasn't come true as well. But basically, this bot said that Donald Trump would become president. This is predictions from years and years ago. So they predicted that Donald Trump will become president again. And if he went on the Joe Rogan podcast, this is so specific, but if he went on the Joe Rogan podcast and became president, it would basically trigger the end of the world. And on this date, what was the date? The 12th of December. The 12th of December, aliens were going to come and visit and there was going to be a war in the sky. And that is what would trigger the whole like apocalyptic thing.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, but I seen that about 4 weeks before that date and I literally had a panic attack. I was crying. I was a mess, wasn't I? I was I totally lost my shit. I was a mess. I was planning for that day. I was like, the kids are at school on that day, so I can't send them to school that day. They need to stay at home with me. We need to make sure we've got food in the house for that day. Like,
because aliens are going to fight in the sky.
And I was an absolute
You're
wreck.
not okay, Kim.
No, I know I'm not okay. I fucking know. I'm on medication, dude. But that's how bad my anxiety is. I now cannot look at conspiracy shit online because if I see something like that, my brain cannot handle it. I will literally lose my shit and it will ruin me for months.
Really?
I still think about that now. I still think, what if they come?
But then you believe in ghosts and ghouls and aliens?
Yeah. I'm not scared of ghosts at all.
No, I'm not saying you should be because they're not real.
Dude, I see them all the time.
You don't.
I do.
You don't. Your head and brain see them, but you don't see them because they're not real.
So when I had psychosis, this is going to sound mad, right?
No, it's not, but that's your brain. That's your mental capacity.
Yeah, but this is why it's going to sound mad. So when I had psychosis, I seen shit that obviously wasn't there. But to me,
hallucinations.
To me, it was there. And
I appreciate that.
Other people that have psychosis also see the same shit. So to me, how do you know that their brain hasn't tapped into this other side of the universe that can see the real shit?
No.
How do you know? How do you know that when I had psychosis, I wasn't truly well?
It's when somebody's poorly mentally. And that's not like me taking the fun out of it. Because mental health is a very serious thing. And obviously, when you have major things happen to you and stresses and it will trigger things in your head which aren't normal.
It's so easy for someone to say that the stuff that I seen while in psychosis wasn't real, but
to you it was because it was in your head.
Exactly, it was
and
real.
I get that.
And
I understand that.
And I really find it really hard to say to myself that wasn't real because it fucking was.
I've hallucinated once in my life, and it was when I had meningitis. Fucking nearly died. And I was hallucinating horrendously. And I remember it prominently like it was 2 minutes ago. But I remember every single detail.
It's not just you see it, you see it, you smell it, you taste it, you feel it, everything.
I remember it, but it's not real. And I know it's not real. I truly know it's not real.
How do you know?
But I remember every single fucking minute detail of when I was hallucinating. But it's because I was poorly.
Is that because that's what we've been told to think, though? This is how my brain works. I sit there and go, was I unwell or was I seeing the real?
I get that, but you've got to think how powerful your brain is and how clever your brain is and how manipulative our brains and our minds can be. Think how bright some people are. Think how strong our minds can be. We can believe anything we want to if we put our mind to it. Anything in the whole entire anything. You could say something so far-fetched, but you could believe it because it's so prominent in your mind. I believe that the mind fucks with us massively.
It's weird though.
It's horrible.
It's the fact that people in psychosis see the same stuff, so people will draw the same images.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
It's fucked, I agree, but people who have psychosis are poorly mentally, aren't they? They're very poorly mentally.
It's just weird.
It's like, it's either from trauma, isn't it? I believe.
Mine was postnatal
Quote me if I'm wrong,
psychosis.
but it's either trauma or something like a very big event that's happened in your life that obviously impacted you. It makes sense why people become psychotic or mentally ill or poorly in some respects. But your mind's fucked. Like, not yours, but I mean, like,
oh no,
anyone's mind is
fucked.
fucked. Like, people will think all sorts of things that they'll never admit to anybody else ever living while they're breathing on this earth. And everybody's had those weird thoughts. Everybody's had those thoughts that they will never even repeat to anybody in their whole entire life. Everyone. Because your mind's fucking mad.
Yeah, it's insane.
Everyone's mind is mad. Everybody's mind is
Do you think
fucking
that's
insane.
where paranormal stuff came from? Like people just imagining it? Do you think that's what they are seeing? Like they're imagining these things? You think that's fully in their brain?
Yeah. 100%.
What about when like they're interacting with equipment and stuff?
I can move a fucking thing.
I'm not on about a Ouija board. I'm on about like REM pods so a REM pod is something you have. It's a device that goes to one side and you have to physically go near it to make it make a noise. And if no one else is near it, that's over the other side of the room and that gets touched. How do you explain that?
It's just a fault in it, isn't it? Just a fault or something.
So
or
like,
energy of some sort.
Exactly, energy.
But energy isn't ghost.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. Like, my mum was into all of this, and obviously I used to speak to her about it, and she used to try and not convince me, but like make me be lenient more towards it. I just don't get it. I've done Ouija boards. My mum was
Please don't do Ouija boards.
She was into ghost hunts and all this nonsense. I went on them with her. She tried to talk to me about it all. Apologies, but in my head it's all fucking nonsense. I don't believe in ghosts or ghouls or scary monsters that come out of the ground and say boo. I just don't believe it. I believe when you die, you die. Because I have no proof otherwise. I don't know. I
would say the stuff that I've seen is proof.
Maybe it is. Maybe I'm completely wrong and you're right.
You are.
Like, and I'm not fucking too arrogant enough to say my opinion is 100% correct.
I think
Definitely
you go
not.
more with the more sensible option, whereas I'm quite open to weird and crazy things like aliens coming to attack us on the 12th of December.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
So you can relax.
No, I can't. I still check the sky every night, dude.
No, you don't.
I fucking do.
Well, don't. You don't need to. I think I don't get if ghosts are real. Where's the proof? And why, if they're real, doesn't everyone know? Is it only the chosen ones that get to see the ghost? And if so, why?
Don't know.
Right.
Don't know why.
To me, I can't justify that.
It's an ability. It's like some people are colourblind and some people aren't.
I think that's silly. No, I think that's unfortunate if you're colourblind and not. And I don't think it's an ability if you can see ghosts. I just think you're a bit mentally fucking it. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around ghosts and ghouls and scary, spooky stuff. I can't, and I don't know why. I'd love to, but I can't.
I find it bizarre. Anyone that doesn't.
Like, if I see a conspiracy theory about ghosts, I'm like, nah, turn that off. That's boring. That's all tosh. But it doesn't even pique my interest. I'm like, it's nonsense. It's like the huge conspiracy about the Antarctica, isn't it? There's a part of the Antarctica which has been eradicated off the map. Nobody's allowed to fly over.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go there.
And it's protected. Why?
Aliens.
Well, it's obviously something.
Yeah, there's something there.
You can't just say aliens. Like, we can't just go, something unexplained.
You can't just dismiss aliens, though.
Well, no, I appreciate that, but I have no proof of it, and that's what pisses me off. I like to have proof of
You don't
things.
have proof of it because they don't allow us to have proof of it. That's why.
I still can't get past the conspiracy of aliens. I can't get with it.
Well, the government have disclosed like documents to say that there are extraterrestrials. They have disclosed
There's
that
probably
information.
something.
They've already disclosed that information.
We don't know what.
You
are right, though.
It was on the news.
I think the closest thing that could be is there was the world before us was so evolved. Something happened where everyone was gone or everyone left. Mm-hmm. And then they put a little cell and went, procreate and let's start again and let's see what these people do. And then maybe in another 2,000 years, we'll repeat that process.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Or we're just all a simulation and they are put there by a computer program.
Well, we don't know, do we? Like, you do, but you don't know. Exactly.
I don't know.
Like, you don't know.
There's a 36% chance that we're in a simulation. That's a scientific fact. 36% chance.
And what are the other percentages?
That we're not.
What's the other 32 and 32? Or 64?
That we're not in a simulation.
And what are the other alternatives?
That this is life. This is real.
Like, if I had to go with anything, it would be that that the world was so evolved, they all fucked off, left some little bits of evidence for us to eventually kind of find out about, and they're kind of looking down on us and going, oh, we didn't do it that way. That's weird, isn't it? I wonder why they chose to do it that way, and we're like a scientific project.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll start again.
Yeah.
That's in my head what I could get and start reading. And
I'm all right with that theory.
Makes no sense, does it? And it fucks me off. Pyramids fuck me off because it make no sense. They're amazing structures. How the fuck did they? And people have got so many different theories, haven't they?
Yeah.
Monsters brought the stones. Well, they didn't. They're not real. So they floated 100 miles down the river, 70-ton stones. Well, they didn't, because then when that happened, how did they then get the 70-ton stone out of the river and carry it to said pyramid?
On top.
100 meters up. Sorry, bro. How? Even with 1 million people, I don't think you'd be able to do that.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. We can't do that.
We don't have the technology now to do that.
No, we can't.
So why are they there?
Yeah, it's weird.
And why are we okay with that?
Do you know about the coordinates and stuff with the pyramids?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Like
the measurements of them, like you couldn't...
There's tunnels. I think there's tunnels or something in Turkey. There's like pyramids in Turkey. And there's such precision in the holes that are in them that apparently we still haven't been able to do with such precise precision even now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, it's impossible that somebody did that by hand because every single hole is the exact, like, physically impossible. It's impossible. The height of the pyramid, if you times it by 47,000 or something, I don't know the exact numbers, but the height of the pyramid is basically the same height as the Earth, from the Earth to the sun. And if you do the circumference of the pyramid, it's exactly the circumference of the Earth if you times it by that same number. And it's exactly to a point of the North Star. Like it's exact. They couldn't do them numbers without computers and stuff. They wouldn't even know them numbers in them days. Like the circumference of the Earth, they didn't know the Earth was round when the pyramids were built. Yeah.
So how the fuck did they do that? It's insane.
It makes no sense. But there's so many things are like that around the world, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know the Antarctica side.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a guy who discovered, obviously, this hole, put it in a map, went on a radio show. This is like back way when, and then a week later was dead. Yeah. And then that bit was taken out of the map. And it's categorically no-fly zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's protected at all costs. And nobody's allowed to go near it.
Mm-hmm.
What? Let me fly over it and have a little look. So I just want a little cheeky little look it down. You can go
there, but you have to walk. And obviously you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it to that point. You will die.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact. You can go, there's nothing stopping you from walking there, but you will just perish.
Challenge.
The Confessional Podcast.
We're going to the Antarctica. Yes, for an expedition with the penguins.
We're going to ride a polar bear to the centre of the earth.
I don't get it, though. There's
weird, isn't it?
So many bits. There's so many conspiracies. Yeah, there are lots of conspiracies.
Oh, it's insane.
Like, it's actually stupid, isn't it? And it's annoying. It actually annoys me now that there's so many unanswered conspiracies.
Do you believe in the, what's it called? The Mandela Effect?
What is that?
It's where you remember things, but they're not as you remember, so it means we're on a different timeline. So do you know We Are the Champions?
Yeah, we are the champions.
What's the end line? It goes, of the world. Yeah. No, it doesn't.
What does it say?
Nothing. Doesn't say anything.
But it does.
No, it doesn't.
Does it not?
No, and it never has done. But it did. I know it fucking did. Because I used to sing it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't. So that means that we're on a different timeline now to when that happened. Does that make sense?
And I'm excited for Charlotte to blow my mind.
Yeah, she will do.
I hope so. Has she done anything for you?
No, not really.
Is that the one that is blonde like you?
Yeah, she looks a bit like me.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
She does.
I went on live with her the other day and just had a general chit chat.
Did she try and read you?
No, we just spoke about chairs.
Oh, okay. That's different. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I did notice that a psychic followed me and I was like, not following that person back. But maybe I will now. So I apologise.
Yeah, do follow her. She's a nice lady.
I'm sure she's a
Whether
delight.
You believe in her shit or not.
If she's making a living off of telling lies, good for her. Shut up, I'm excited. I'm so curious and intrigued. So
we're going to get a psychic on, and we are going to go to a haunted house. That's a haunted location. Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah.
And I will blow your mind.
What, with all the knocks and whistles and...
They're not just knocks and whistles.
Noises.
Not knocks and whistles.
What are they? Will people touch me?
People will touch you. People will pull you.
Yeah.
Things will get thrown. You will hear voices. Okay. Everything.
What? Are you whispering?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Booby trapping the hair.
No. I would never ever do that.
Where are we going to do this?
I don't know. We can go to the Stoke-on-Trent Haunted Museum. We've been there before.
Is that real?
It's real.
There is actually an attraction called the Haunted Museum.
Yes. And they have all artifacts in there that are haunted from haunted locations. Okay, right.
That's literally the best way to make money ever. I'm going to do shit like that.
There's literally stuff in there that you can't touch.
I'm going to make a
Would you touch them?
Once you touch them.
No, would you touch them? So there's an artifact there, and if you touch it, you will be cursed, basically. You would pick that up.
Immediately.
Fuck off.
And I'll juggle with it, and I'll lick it, and I'll be like, cool. Thank you very much.
I can't go with you then, because you scare me. Why? I can't do that shit.
Would you? Did you touch it?
No.
I'm going to touch it all. I'll touch every single one that you're not allowed to touch. And I promise you I'll be okay.
You will not.
I will. I'll be okay.
No, I can't let you do that.
Why? Are you allowed to touch it if you want?
No.
Oh, then I wouldn't touch it because I'm not allowed. But if it was things that go, you're allowed, but if you do, you'll be cursed for 1,000 years. I'd be like, cool. Thank you. I would, honestly. I promise. Right.
You're scary.
It's not. It's because I don't allow my brain to take over and believe in it. Because if I did, I might be a scared mess. I might be so fucking anxious. I'd just be behind the shed and I wouldn't come out forever. But it's true, though, isn't it?
It is true.
So I don't allow myself to get into that state. I've got a very addictive personality. So when I get into something and I'm obsessed with it, I'm obsessed with it. That's me. If I'm like the paranormal, I will go down the rabbit holes and find more rabbit holes of that because it's forever ending. Isn't it? Like, there's no conclusion at the bottom, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, the pyramids, I'm over it because I haven't looked into it deep enough that I should, because it makes no sense. Sorry, it wasn't big people that brought the stones, mate. It wasn't, was it?
No.
Big machines.
I don't fucking know.
You're telling me loads of pieces of wood put together could lift that? Shut up. We don't even have that now.
No.
With steel. I'm not buying it, bro. Anyway, that's it. Let's end it. I'll let you close us.
I have a conspiracy that we didn't do a confession this time because Rick forgot to get one. So
fuck off. That's nonsense. In this episode, can you put like little fake ghosts popping up out the back and stuff just for fun? I think that'd be really fun. It would be funny, wouldn't it? It would be. Guys, thank you very much for listening. If you are a psychic and you have a message for Rick, please write in and let us know the message for Rick. No, don't write in a message because anyone could write anything and that's absolute nonsense. If you're a psychic and you strongly believe that you could convert my brain to believe in that, in your world, fucking come on a show, man. I don't want a message. Message is shit. Come on a show and blow me away. Yeah. Deal. Please. Deal. Like, and if I get blown away, I'll be very open and honest about it. And I'll be like, cool, I apologise to anyone who believed. And I said that they were silly sausages. And I now believe. I will. Promise. Go and check out the fucking website, www.theconfessionalpodcast.co.uk. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please give us reviews on the podcast. It really helps push out our content to more people. We do have a Patreon, so if you want to see any bonus content, go and like and subscribe for that. That's about £4 a month. Yeah, go and do that. That's pretty fun. That's it. Yeah. I've been Rick. That's been Kimmi. Yeah. We love you. Bye. Bye.